Still lots of coverage to come your way here at Daytona. Sports Center follows us, the usual suspects. Alan, Brad, Rusty, and Ray setting up the Daytona 500. Of course, NASCAR now, Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and Monday afternoon. NASCAR Nationwide Series competition in California presented by GoDaddy.com. Next Saturday at 7 Eastern Time. NHRA Arizona Nationals Finals next Sunday at 7 Eastern. Very busy week here on ESPN2. Don't you love it when the driver says stay tuned? It's going to get even more thrilling. I love to hear Brad Keselowski say that. Keselowski now back in fourth position. Jason Keller, by the way, our newest leader.
He sounded confident too. Keselowski did. Here we go, green.
Well, he's got his drafting partner right behind him in that 29 car, Clint Boyer. So that should make Brad feel pretty good. He's the one that helped push him to the front of back in the last run.
And just 2 cars back is Dale Earnhardt Jr., the boss man.
Nice to see Jason Keller out front here. I know he only took fuel there, but got himself in position. He's actually run pretty well all day. Jamie?
Well, Todd Gordon is his crew chief. He made the decision to stay out, gain 17 positions. How are you feeling about that call right now?
I think it's decent. We've got 11 laps on these tires. I want to keep something around, so if we need one at the end, we got a set left in the box here. Need to pull on a fender a little bit, so a little calculated risk. We got fuel, so we're equal at. Tire wear looks good, so we may suffer a little here, but I think we'll have something at the end.
Well, Todd told me they're going to be 2 to 3 laps short on fuel, guys, so they must pit anyway. Doc?
Jamie, even with those used tires, the 27 car is hanging up there, and you see on the right side of your screen that they're invoking that penalty on the 38 car. Down there talking to crew chief Scott Zippadelli is the NASCAR official, and he will sit there for 5 laps. Listen in.
And holding you 5 laps for aggressive driving. I was trying to let him back in line. I was totally by accident. You are kidding me. They were about to ride and we're not even racing hardly.
Now that's what makes it difficult whenever you put yourself in a position for NASCAR to have to watch TV and make a statement or determine exactly what happened and what they think happened. So, you know, it's difficult. I hate it for Jason, and it may not have been any intent on his part for what happened, but that's what NASCAR deems. So you have to try to stay out of those situations where they're going to be making calls from up here in the booth.
Yeah, bad news is he can't get any of those laps back when they're NASCAR mandated laps down. You can't get them back by virtue of lucky dog. And by the way, all 3 of those drivers in the incident a moment ago checked out in the care center. They're okay.
Now, how about Dale Earnhardt Jr.? He's getting a lot more aggressive in this run. He knows that this is the money run, and here he comes on the outside. He's got help from Brad Keselowski, his teammate, behind him.
He just took a little longer to get up there and get to where we thought he was going to be before the end of the day, and maybe he's just been holding back and wanting to get to this spot.
Boys, David Reagan in that 6 car, he's no slouch either. He's been right there most of the afternoon, hanging behind the 88.
But I think the 88 is going to get up here to Junior's bumper. Clint Boyer has gotten out front.
Now, how do you work this, Dale? You're Clint Boyer, and you got 2 lines behind you. How do you work those 2 lines when you're up front like that?
It becomes work right now because you want to go, and your spotter's helping somewhat, but you have to look in the mirror, and you have to anticipate who's going to be the next one to get there, that you're going to have to really, it's not as much about blocking.
Caution's out.
See the 42 car in the wall here.
That is Kenny Hendrick.
They got another car spinning over there just a little bit. Looked like it's Eric McClure.
There is a 24 car. You just called Andy. He's also down on the inside of the racetrack. He's had some contact.
I'm sure all these guys will stay. The leaders will stay out here because they just pitted. See a lot of debris, though. That's the one thing you got to be careful of when you come through this section of the racetrack is not getting a flat tire.
So we can show you what happened here, bringing out caution number 4 on the day.
Oh,
that's a tire.
Definitely cut a tire or something there.
There weren't enough laps on those tires, so he probably had to run over something, or maybe he got against someone else before that.
Yeah, heavy damage on that car.
I'd say it's killed. I mean, it hit hard. It went straight to the fence.
Knockout punch on the car owned by Evander Holyfield. Heavy contact there. They will head back to the garage area, hoping to run the full season, though, that 42. And back, Jason Leffler still sitting there, got to serve a 5-lap penalty. Shannon.
Doc is crew chief Scott Zipadelli down off the pit box watching Jason Leffler serve his penalty. We saw you pleading your case with NASCAR. What did you say to them, and what did they say to you?
I can't repeat it.
So what are they saying that happened out there?
They basically said that they called 5-lap penalty for rough driving. I was pleading the case because that clearly wasn't rough driving. I mean, you're in the draft. I didn't see it, so I can't really say what happened. I didn't get to see the replay, but I mean, they've never called a rough driving penalty like that ever since I can remember. So all we can do now is take the penalty, move forward, try to. We got a good car. Great Clips Toyota's running good all day. We, had a few issues early on, but trying to get it back in the race and push one of our teammates to win. That's all we can do, and discuss it after the race.
All right, stay out there, regroup, and get ready for Fontana. Doc?
Again, the replay of the incident on lap 71, the contact initially between the 38 car of Leffler and the 66 of Stephen Wallace.
This is a tough call because mistakes can actually happen, but NASCAR looked at this and said it looked intentional to them. They're going to hold him 5 laps, and this is why that is so serious. I mean, these cars are flying through here, and see some heavily damaged race cars.
Easy.
Scott Lagasse Jr. also caught up in another one of the rookie drivers, and Vince is with him.
St. Augustine, Florida, nearby, and not the way you wanted the home race to end, I know. What did you see as the incident happened in front of you?
Not at all the day we were expecting. Paul and the guys at CJM Racing built this car from the ground up, and really a good race car. Just really spent the day biding our time, trying to gain some respect, and I don't know, a couple guys got together in front of us and tried to get it woe down into the bottom, and Justin, he couldn't see anything, just ran into us, so nothing he could have done, just kind of caught up in somebody else's mess. So you hate it for America's Incredible Pizza Company and the guys, because we did have a really good race car. It was really good in practice, and really just learning and biding our time, trying to gain some respect. So go to California.
Scott Lagasse Jr. out, and Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier has also been released from the medical center. Doc?
Thank you, Vince. And the 38 has now been released from pit road. He will head back on the racetrack. Showing 31 cars on the lead lap. Less than 40 laps to go here at Daytona. Clint Boyer, the 2008 NASCAR Nationwide Series champion, our leader. Harvick, Kyle Busch, Earnhardt Jr., and Stewart, the top 5.